Hey everybody, it's Kevin Harding here, and I've got with me today Mr. the one and only Jeff Nichols. Hello, Jeffrey. And I've got Keith with us as well, Keith Harding. And it's great to be with you this day, man. I don't know what it's like, Jeff, in Nashville, but the weather here has been unbelievable. We've had 70, 73, 74-degree days, and we're almost in July, so this is something that doesn't typically happen in Texas. It's a little warmer today, but the last 2 days, Sunday, Monday, have been beautiful. What's it been like in Nashville?
We've had really nice days. It's been a little hotter than that, but blue skies with we've had a couple of rain showers here and there, but that's kind of cooled things down. It's honestly the last 3 or 4 days have been absolutely stunning.
Nice. Well, it is here as well. So I guess the South is enjoying some nice weather. I think the whole country is. So hopefully where you are, you're enjoying some beautiful weather. We've got some pretty cool stuff to cover today. I don't have the picture. Maybe I have it on Facebook. Don't know if you saw this picture or not, but I kind of like it. I'll share it with. Let me share my screen real quick. Oh, this picture cracks me up. So there it is. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can make your screen bigger. If you don't, just drag the bottom right-hand corner and you'll be able to see it. But basically, it's a picture of a baby. And guys, we're trying to say here, you know, building an online business is pretty darn easy with Victory100. You know, even a baby can do it. Now, I saw that picture and I thought, gosh, we got to put that on. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thought that was a cute little picture. Anyway, I am back. I'm gonna make my screen smaller. So, guys, today, before I hand it over to Keith and to Jeff, I just want to say hello to some guys that have just joined in Belgium, a new country that's open for Victory. And so, guys, welcome. If you're watching, glad to have you. Glad you're a part of Victory100. And I want to say that Keith's going to be going to Johannesburg, over to South Africa here at the end of July. And we're having a leaders conference in Joburg, and we are going to be launching several things. And one of them, I don't believe, it's kind of a tease here, one of them I don't believe has ever been done before in our industry, in network marketing or MLM or direct sales. I don't believe one of the things that we're launching and one of the things we're going to be doing has ever been done. And we're extremely excited about that, and excited where that is going to take us and lead our company. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Keith. Keith is at home today in his home office, and he and Jeff are going to talk about you know, how you can, or how Victory can help you build an online business. So Keith, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin, and it's wonderful to be with everybody, and it's also nice to know that we've got people from all around the world. As Kevin mentioned, we've got a new group in Belgium that has just joined us, and they're excited. Also, I know there's a lot more activity taking place down in the northern part of South America, and that's and we call it little, but it's got quite a few million people in it. It's Suriname. It's a Dutch colony, and we're really excited about what's happening there. And as Kevin said, I'm looking forward to being in South Africa, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But I'm pleased to have Jeff with us because we like to brainstorm with Jeff because he knows this industry, whether it is network marketing, whether it is social media, internet marketing. He's a student of this and spends a lot of time studying it, and we get a lot of good input when we brainstorm with Jeff. And so, Jeff, it's really good to have you. You know, people are watching this hangout today because they want to build a business. They want to know, tell me how I can enroll people, how I can build a business, how can I make money out of this social media, this internet marketing, this network marketing, how can I build a business? And you know, I know we've got many tools to help them. And I know that a lot of new companies, I mean, since we started Victory100 just nearly a year ago now, there have been a number of companies that are coming out with products similar to ours, not quite the same, and plans that are similar appealing to the social media community, because of course this is where the direction of the business world is going, is social media. And so, Jeff, I wanted to ask you what tools that we might have can help people, but what separates us from all the other companies that are out there that are entering our market?
Well, Keith, I'm really glad that you asked that. That's really a perfect place to start. Let's back up just a little bit. It's important to understand what we have and what we have to offer. You know, so many opportunities have critical pieces missing. They have no complete sales funnel. In our industry, internet marketing and network marketing, there are kind of 3 steps, if you will. They're more than that, but let's break it down. You've got to first attract them, and then you've got to engage them, and last, you need to convert them. And at the end of the day, you have to really offer something of real value. It has to be something that people would buy without the opportunity. That's important. And you know, hype and promises are only going to take you so far. With Victory100, we have a complete product and compensation plan for everyone, not just for the top few. Victory100 has the missing link, and that is really the ability for you to connect with massive numbers of people, and that's a social media component. Our social media management tool gives you that huge audience that you can talk to. And then the Victory100 tools engage them and then invites them to find out more, and then eventually it helps to convert them or to get them to join. It's the fact that we have a complete sales funnel that makes us different, and it's critical for your success.
And I agree with you, and I think one of the things also that separates us is that we don't have a high ticket item, Jeff. It concerns me sometimes when there are some high ticket items, and we know companies that are out there that are selling products for $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 or even $15,000. And what saddens me, because I know that people are going to sort of buy this thinking that they're going to make a lot of money, and most people are not going to be able to sell that and even recoup their money. And so a lot of people enter those companies and they lose more money than they make, and then they get very disappointed with the industry, and they throw us all in that. And we have decided to not sell a high ticket item. At the moment, our highest, if you buy both products, you're talking $125 for both products. And so we don't want to be out there. Also, from a legal issue, I think it raises a red flag to regulators when you have a very high ticket item. Is there value in that product? Are people buying it just so they can sell it to make money? And so that's another thing that separates us. But you mentioned a word there that I'm not sure if everybody understands what you said. You said it's important to have a funnel. What do you mean by that? And tell our people what you mean by that, Jeff.
Well, I did mention it, and you know, it's funny, Keith. A lot of times when you look on the internet or you look at sales books, they always talk about the sales funnel, and they show you the picture of kind of a funnel. And the idea is that you got prospects going into the top, and then there's a certain number of steps so that sales come out the bottom end of it. And you can Google sales funnel, and you'll see all kinds of funnel-looking things with it's always prospects in the top and sales out the other end. The funny thing is, nobody really ever tells you how to get those prospects. They just expect them to appear out of thin air. And with Victory100, we step in and help you with that. We have first Prime and Spin. Prime can be set up to post really, really interesting articles, and you can basically blog with it. You can refer to just amazing information that's available on the internet, magazine articles from major publications. And then you can send those to your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and you can do it days, weeks, even months in advance. So I can set up my Prime so that it's constantly sending information out, and I don't have to go back and do it day in, day out. I can focus on the other parts of it. And then Spin really adds to that. You can actually begin to build on that, and you can send people those bits of information to get them to ask for more. And so as you're growing your audience day in, day out, and automatically building that relationship, Really, Victory 100 is doing that. The prime and spin really are that first step that nobody ever talks about, that nobody ever really gives you anything for, and it's the way to actually grasp those prospects. The rest of it, the rest of the sales funnel we've got as well. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of extra stuff. You don't have to go out and find different things. The lead capture system that we have grabs their email address, and then the autoresponder consistently tells your story and asks for the order. And then the instant email allows you to send them targeted messages for those folks who need just a little extra to do it. You can see that with Victory 100, we truly have it all, not just bits or pieces, not just parts. We have a complete sales funnel, and you don't have to go out and buy extra or find extra. It's all here. It's all in one place.
I believe you're right, Jeff. I think we do have it all, but we are continuing to add to it, and people are going to see more about that later on as we roll out our new products and additions. But we are in the high-tech business, and we must always remember that we're in the high-touch, and we must keep connecting with people. But Jeff, when I was in South Africa, even the first time, there was a little phrase some of the people used, and it was a cute little phrase. They said BBT, and that stands for Born Before Technology. And a lot of people are afraid of this, and when you use the word technology, you actually you start thinking that this is something that must be complicated. And so the question is, we've got a lot of people that are BBTs that are watching this hangout today and that are becoming part of Victory 100. Is this really a business that anyone can do?
Well, let me talk directly to the BBTs. The real power of Victory 100 is that once you get the system set up, and you can set it up easily by using the training that Victory 100 has. We've got on each step of the training, you've got a piece, a video to show you exactly what to do, and they've got amazing customer service as well. But the good news is it doesn't take very long to get the system really set up. You basically go in and set up a few of the pieces, and once you've done that, from that point, it's for the most part automatic. It constantly builds your brand, or you want to call it name recognition, and keeps you in front of people consistently, and it does it day in, day out. If you have a bad day, or you're out of town, or I just don't get to the computer, it's okay. Victory 100 does that for you. It consistently tells your story and keeps you in front of your prospects all of the time. The autoresponder system and everything else will consistently do that. The old-fashioned drip method, if you've been in sales for a while. Well, the good news is you're not writing those postcards, you're not doing those things. It's automatic. Once you've set it up, and again, we'll show you exactly how to set it up, it's going to do that for you. And then the best news is it also asks for the order in a very professional and powerful way. So, to those folks out there that are not all that comfortable, I can assure you that all the training and tools are there, that you're going to spend a short amount of time setting this thing up, but once you've set it up, it's like building that bicycle for a little one. Once you've done that, you don't have to build the bicycle again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. All they have to do is ride it. With this, you don't have to do a lot. You're gonna plug a few things in here. You're gonna talk to people. That we don't want to take away that high touch, because that's certainly part of it. But the hard part, finding those folks, getting them to begin asking questions, that's what Victory 100 does. That's the power of Victory 100. Once you've set it up, once you've plugged it in and given it the basic information, it goes to work, and it works for you day in, day out. It doesn't ask for a break. It doesn't need time off. It just works for you day in, day out.
And while we're talking about things like autoresponder, there will be some people there that don't totally understand autoresponders and landing pages and everything. And I want people to know, and I want to plug Jesse here. Jesse is Rodriguez from our office is doing such a great job in doing training, and he's also doing private training. And if someone in your upline can't help you, then please email Jesse at victory100.com. Email him and say, Jesse, can I have 30 minutes of your time? And Jesse will go privately, step by step with you and show you exactly how to do it so that you can be a professional in what you're doing. But Jeff, yesterday I was watching a short little 2-minute video by Eric Ward, and he talked about simplicity, and he said how important it was. And sometimes because we're in the high-tech business, we try and complicate things. How important do you think simplicity is to this business?
I think it's critical, and I loved it. In fact, you sent me the link to that, and I watched it, and really simplicity. To really be successful, you've got to break it down just a few things. And for those of you that haven't seen it, number one, I recommend you do. His stuff is always great, but what he did was he began by talking about a conversation he had with a 7-figure earner, and they both really agreed that one of the keys to being successful is to find just 2 or 3 things that you can do every day, to break it down, not to a lot of stuff, but really break it down just to a couple of things each and every day to be successful. And the key to those 2 or 3 things are, number one, they need to be things that you can easily do. And number 2, that they need to be things that you can easily teach others to do. And number 3, they need to be things that you could teach your leaders to teach. And so it's not just you teaching people this, but it really just becomes part of the culture. And that's key. And once you kind of get to the point where you can pencil in, that you can really focus on those 3 things, once you have everything set up and structured, and it's just those consistent things that you do day in, day out, if you do them, you will absolutely be successful.
And it's so important to have a system, and have that system to be simple so that it can be duplicatable. If you complicate your system, people are not going to be able to do what you're doing, and as a result, you're not going to build your business. All your growth is going to depend on you. But Jeff, the last question I have for you, you talked about 2 or 3 things, simple things that people need to do. Give us some idea. What are those 2 or 3 things?
Well, I believe that, again, as I spoke earlier, once you've got things set up, then really you can just focus on, doing the things that are going to really kickstart everything and get it up and going. Over time, your Twitter followers, your Facebook followers, they're going to be huge. You're going to get hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people, and your email list, the people that you're talking to on a regular basis, will be huge. But let's be honest, as you begin and as you're growing your business, you're going to need to add to that. So we can do some things that are very, very powerful to, if you will, prime the pump. And the 3 things that I believe that you can do every day: first, reach out to 20 people on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, just to connect with them. You're not going to tell them about Victory. You're not going to do anything else, and that's actually pretty easy. You can go into Facebook, and you can look up groups that have to do with whatever it is, whether it's network marketing, internet business, health, whatever it is that you're doing. You can find those folks, and you can message them. You can also do the same thing on LinkedIn, and on Twitter. You can just use hashtags. You can search for people and just reach out and say, hey, I noticed one of your posts. Hey, I saw that you were in this particular group. We have very similar, similar backgrounds. We have similar likes. Love to connect with you. Love to stay in contact with you and see how you're doing. Not all of them are going to respond back, but if you'll consistently reach out to 20 people every day, you'll begin to start to build a little bit of relationship, and then they'll move into your Twitter feed, your Facebook. They'll be in your Facebook page, and so they'll start to see you on a regular basis. And then as you get that going, in the early days, it's going to be people that you know, and as you go along, it's going to be some of those new people. You want to send specific requests to 5 people to look at Victory 100. On a daily basis, you want to just send out, and you're going to send them a link to your landing pages that you've set up, and you'll do that consistently every day. And lastly is just simply follow up and answer questions of those who have asked you for more information or ask you a little bit more about Victory 100. Consistency is the key here. You want to do this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and if you consistently do that, you're going to see massive results. The good news is this doesn't take a lot of time. In 30 minutes, 45 minutes for the most part, you can do this. In fact, for some of you, you could knock it out in 15 to 20 minutes, because once you get into kind of a little bit of a groove, you're finding folks, you're just sending them a basic, very standardized message, and then you're building on it from there. That's what's exciting. Once this thing is set up, the time it takes on a daily basis to really make a difference is not a lot. And if you'll consistently do those three things, or modify it to fit your what you want to do, find three things to do each and every day. These are the things that I believe are important, and you will be successful.
Thank you, Jeff. I think you've given our viewers today some very, very helpful tips and ideas on how to build their business. Now, this is called social media, social marketing, and the emphasis should be on the social, where you are connecting with people. You're not trying to sell. It's social. It's you connecting and making friends, and then one step leads to another. So have fun while you're building your business. That's what this is about. It's meeting new people, it's socializing, it's having fun, and then sharing with others what you are doing. Now, in a month's time, I'm going to be leaving for South Africa, and we'll be holding a leaders conference in Johannesburg. And as a matter of fact, today I had a conference call with Eleanor Scott, who I just love. Eleanor, just such a talented person. I've worked with Eleanor for I'm not sure how many years. I think close to about 15 years. She was our vice president of sales for Sportron in South Africa. She's now left and doing her own consulting, and she works with us in Victory 100, and she's going to be the MC. She's organizing this, and she has got a wonderful 2 days of information and planning that we're going to be doing. So if you're in South Africa and you want to build a massive business, you be at our leaders conference. You can call this Victory 100 South African office. You can register for that and be part of this. We'll be launching new products, and these are very exciting products. I can tell you, I've been part of it a little, hearing about it. I was in an executive meeting yesterday when we were going through it, and I'm excited about it. And Kevin has mentioned one thing to you today that nobody else in our industry's got. We're going to have it. We're going to give it to you to be able to market and to use. And we have shared a little with Jeff because we wanted to get his input. And so, Jeff, can you take a minute just to tease our people without going into too much detail? Tease our folk. What have we got coming, and how's it going to help them in their business?
Well, Keith, it's not really very nice to tease people, but I tell you what, guys, I've just seen just some sketches of what we have coming, and I can tell you, I'm extremely excited. We're going to be seeing a completely new customer experience, some amazing new technology. Really, we're going to change your abilities to be able to use and promote Victory 100, and it's really going to expand what you have available to you. We're going to give powerful reasons for people to give us a look, and I believe very, very much this is going to absolutely explode your prospect list, and because of that, really, the money is in the list. Those email lists that you have, those prospects, really, that's where, if you talk to anybody in this industry, that's where the power is. And what they're putting together will absolutely explode that list and give you potential beyond anything I have ever seen. And so I'm very, very excited about it.
And I posted an article on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter today from Business Insider that talked about the fastest growing startup companies in Africa. And if you're in Africa or you want to build a business in Africa, you don't need to read it. You can go to my Facebook and read that article. It talks about social media, internet marketing is becoming the in thing in Africa. And so we're the right company at the right time, in the right place. And so I'm very excited about our future. Again, thank you, Jeff, for your time today and giving us all this wonderful information. And Kevin, back to you.
All right, I'm back. I had myself muted. Thanks so much. I really don't have too much to add. Just want to mention something that Jeff had said early on. He talked about kind of the 3 steps through the process, and that's being attractive. For first of all, you have to attract people, then you have to engage with people, and then you convert people. And so often people try and convert, from the first step instead of the last step. So make sure you attract people, guys, and how you do that is you communicate, you talk, you be social, and then you engage by having topics that that you have similar interests in with this person, whether it's about social media or Victory or something else. But be engaging, provide information, be a resource for them for something, give them some sort of benefit, and then convert, and then you put out what you have to offer, and you make that available at that point. So don't make the mistakes so many people make in every company in this industry, and that is push, 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 sell, 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 try and convert, convert, convert. We all want we all want to convert and make those sales, but you first have to attract, then you have to engage, and those conversions will absolutely come. So thanks for mentioning that, Jeff. That's so important. But guys, thanks for being a part of this today. We have these live streaming hangouts every single Tuesday if this is your first time. And we do different topics every single week. Last week we did kind of a shortened or abbreviated product tour. We opened up our back office and our products that we have available and went through them in probably about a 20-minute product tour, and both with me and with Jesse. And so if you haven't seen that, you can go to our YouTube channel, and that video will be there for you to view. But this video will be up now for the next week until next week this time. And so, guys, it's been a pleasure having you with us. Congratulations again to Belgium for joining the Victory team. And we look forward to speaking with you and being live with you again next week.